first chapter in your syllabus is crop production and management, a very easy chapter. You all must have read that in this chapter you read about the process of growing plants, what are the different methods, what are the different practices which a farmer undertakes. So the beginning of the chapter says that all living organisms require food. Plants can make their own food, but animals and humans cannot make their own food. You already know that the energy from food is utilized by organisms for doing their various functions, and in biology in earlier classes you have read that these are the different steps. We get our food from the plants, and most of the work of growing plants is done by the farmer. He follows some agricultural practices which we'll read in this chapter. When plants of the same type are grown together at one place, it is called crop. For example, when you grow large amount of wheat plants at one place, it is called crop. So the process of growing same plants at one place is called crop production. These crops are of different types: cereals, vegetables, fruits. They are classified on the basis of the season in which they grow. We will read what are the different seasons, what are the different practices which are undertaken to grow any crop. The next part of the chapter deals with what are the two types of crops mainly grown in India. The two types of crops which are mainly grown in India are kharif crops and rabi crops. You must have read that kharif crops are those which are grown in rainy season. They are grown from the month of June to September. They are paddy, maize and soybean. Rabi crops are grown in the winter season between the months of October to March. They are wheat, gram and pea. Apart from this, in the remaining months, farmers also grow other crops which are pulses and vegetables. Now, what are the different practices which are carried on by the farmer? The first practice is preparing the soil. Second practice is sowing of the seeds. Third practice is adding manure and fertilizer. Third practice is irrigation, protecting the plants from weeds, harvesting and storage. In the first step, preparation of soil, the preparation of soil is the first step which is carried on by the farmer. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to prepare the soil. Here the farmer digs the soil, he makes the soil loose, he makes this so that the roots can enter inside the soil. If the soil is loose, then the roots will be able to breathe and they will be able to go deep inside the soil. The loose soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes which are considered as friends of the farmer. You have learned in the previous classes that soil contains different minerals, water, air and some living organisms, dead plants and animals which are considered good for the plants. Various nutrients which are added by the dead organisms are released back into the soil, which again makes the soil fertile. Only a few centimeters of the top layer of the soil you must have read is called humus. It is the process of turning and loosening of the soil, which is done by the farmer, is done with the help of a plough. The ploughs are made up of wood or iron. This plough is being used in India and other parts of the world from very ancient time. This plough is made up of wood and it is drawn by the pair of bulls or other animals. It has a strong metallic strip at the bottom which is put into the soil and the animal pulls the plough. When the animal pulls the plough, the metallic piece digs into the soil and that is ploughing being done. The farmer uses various agricultural implements. After he has ploughed the field, then he uses the next agricultural implement which is called the hoe. Hoe is a simple tool which is used for removing weeds and for loosening the soil. It has a long rod of wood or iron and it is bent at the one of its ends. Let's see what does the hoe